Hi, Aries. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 12th, 2023 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so much for doing so. Oh my gosh, Aries, you're starting off being crowned by the sun. I love that. That's the happiest card in the whole entire deck, angels and spirit guides. We then have the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Magician, and then we have the Page of Wands reversed. So we're going to be learning a lot during this time. Do we want to be? No, not at all. So just be aware of that. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. The Three of Swords, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, things are going to be moving very quickly. There's a sense of a healing coming forward that are we ready for it? Are we not ready for it? We're not really sure. It is going to present itself. And our first instinct is going to be, no, I don't want to. It's going to be very clear, it's going to be very powerful, and it's going to come forward with a real sense of, no, I'm not doing this. But there is going to be something that there's some sort of hurt and pain that is being seen, and we're like, but I don't want to be like this anymore. Like, I don't want this to be kind of the main part or the main way I define myself. And that leads us to a place where we're really starting to take the reins of what we want. We're looking at things a lot more clearly. Very, very, very strong Cancer energy coming forward. I don't know why it's coming through so strongly. So if you have a Cancer in your life, if you have Cancer in your chart, now this is June 21st to July 22nd is also the time period. So it can be something around there, around that time, that is moving us forward. It's like, oh, but I can. Like, oh, but I have this, I have that. So there's something big that's opening up to us. The Eight of Wands, everything starts moving very quickly. It's like once we take the reins, like once this clarity comes in, once we're looking at things, we're embracing ourselves and what we want and what we're looking forward to. It's like all of a sudden we take the reins and we stand before the altar of our existence and we're like, oh, I've got this. I see this. I understand this. And we start to see our talents. And instead of berating ourselves for not being talented like this person or that person, and that whole big compare and contrast things that we as human beings are so good at, we start to say, this is me. This is what I have. This is how I'm moving forward. And this is what I'm going after. And the sun, this is a Sagittarius new moon. So there's a bit of blessing around this time. There's not a bit, there's a lot of blessing around this time anyway. Crowned with the sun, we're absolutely taking advantage of it. It's going to be a game changer for us. So being aware of this is going to be really important. Now, before we dive into the astrology of everything and we dive even deeper into the tarot, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. Oh, don't forget to put a snowman in the comment box if you're interested in entering to win a free reading. All right, just put a snowman in there and a person will be chosen at random. The video will be published on the 1st of January announcing the winner. So be aware of that. Keep your eyes open for that. Don't be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me saying congratulations, hooray. It will not be me. The winner will only be announced through that video. And then the instructions will be in that video. Okay, so keep your eyes open and good luck to everyone. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below, as are all the cards. So now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's see what Spirit has to say about this new moon and us, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is purposeful reversed. And that's very interesting because with the Sagittarius new moon, there's a lot of optimism, there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of sense of adventure and craving, our freedom and truth. But we may not feel really purposeful. We might not know, okay, well, where am I supposed to, kind of point all this energy? How am I supposed to move things forward? I'm just going to move my mic a bit, so don't mind the sound. Sorry about that. But there's this real sense of, I need to find that purpose. I need to see that purpose within myself. And that's why there's that journey to claiming the magician, claiming the altar before our existence, like claiming ourselves, what we want, what we desire, and really being open and honest with us in a way that we haven't been. We've been trying to be like somebody else, or this is what success looks like. This is the blueprint. This is what it's supposed to be. And Spirit's like, okay, but what if success looks like you? What if it's not about, the mansion on the hill, but about a happy, beautiful, purposeful life? And it's embracing that purpose. It's embracing what we love. We tend, especially in the West, to say, well, my purpose has to be my job. You don't have to monetize your purpose. Your purpose can be connecting with your family. It can be, painting watercolors in the park, whatever it is that brings you joy, that makes your heart sing. I watch a person, she says heart jumping. Anything that we do that is heart jumping to us, let us embrace that and let us move forward in that energy. So let's see here what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. And this is clarity reversed. So understanding during this time that we might have a bit of difficulty opening up our third eye, really seeing things. And this is very interesting because this is a very mystical new moon. It is very powerful. It leans very heavily towards the spiritual. So with the third eye, us having a bit of difficulty connecting with and opening up that third eye and stepping into that clarity, it can be like, okay, but this is too much. But this is more intense than I signed up for. So understanding that spirit is going to be giving us a lot during this time, and we can say, you know what, it's too much. Like it's moving too quickly. Let's slow things down. Things do have a tendency to come to us very, very quickly. We have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands here. It's that speed, it's that determination, it's that focus, and we could be moving at a clip that in the end we're not comfortable with. So we need to slow it down. We need to say, okay, I need this, not this. I need to move forward like this, not like this. So be open and honest with yourself. The energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, is the Princess of Pentacles. Now, this is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This can be a real sense of only focusing on the financial or looking at things and taking advice from a person who has this very, like, I'm just seeing somebody being like, well, I want all the candy, right? I'm going to eat all the candy. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to eat all the candy because I love it. And it's a very young kind of sentiment, instead of I'm going to have one piece of candy and really enjoy it and not have an upset stomach, or maybe two, maybe at the most five, but I'm not going to eat the huge, your Halloween bag of candy type of thing. And I don't know why that's coming through as being so important, but there's a certain level of greed here of like, I can handle everything type of energy that we need to be mindful of. If we have earth sign energy in our chart, again, that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or we're born on the cusp with Taurus, we might find that this is a time where we're learning a lot about what is prosperity, like what makes us feel bountiful, how do we feel secure, successful, how are we opening up the doors to what we really want in our life. Now, on the 12th of December, the new moon is 20 degrees, 40 minutes in Sagittarius. And this is the fourth moon in a row out of 7 moons. So this goes into 2024, that will bring new changes and bring a real feeling of like, I'm opening a new chapter in my life. And we will feel that up to March, April of 2024. And there's a sense here of, I understand new things are coming. There's just that sense, especially with the Chariot energy. We see it here with that sense of, okay, now it's time to open up the doors. It's time to take the reins. This is a new chapter. What do I want to move forward towards? What don't I want to move forward towards? Awakening and truth are kind of going to be our buzzwords for this moon. We're going to awaken to more of what is true for us, more of what we want. And we see that with the magician coming forward. It's like, okay, but what's important to me? I understand what's important to everybody else, but what's important to me? Where do I stand? What do I need? What do I want? And this can seem very egotistical to us at first. And yeah, it is. But it also is a point of like what matters. Where do I need to be to take in my gifts, to take in my prosperity, to embrace my success and move forward in a way that promotes the hope, the optimism, the sense of adventure, that creativity, that craving of freedom, and opening up the doors that comes with a new moon in Sagittarius. Because if we're not ready for it, it could just feel like I'm on the abyss to nothing, right? And with the sun shining on us, this is happiness and joy and success and prosperity. I mean, it is so beautiful, Aries, that you have this shining on you right here, right now. And you're stepping into that power. You're starting to see yourself more. There's a radiance to you, there's a determination to you. Yeah, and there's just a sense of like, I can do this. And so with the magician here, there's definitely that sense of I can do it. We're seeing our own magic, and that magic, that sense of connecting with ourselves is so important. Now, this is a very powerful moon for setting our intentions. It's saying, what do I want? We're taking the reins of things and we're saying, okay, what do I want and where do I need to be emotionally, spiritually, and personally? Because with a Sagittarius new moon and with a Sagittarius anything, it's amplified, right? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter amplifies everything. So when we set our intention, understand that this moon means it. This moon is like, okay, we're going to jumpstart into 2024 with power, with purpose, with determination, with focus, with insight. So what are you looking for? Be open, be honest, speak clearly. Confucius always says, said, name things plainly. And this is going to be a time where you need to name things plainly. What do I want? How am I moving forward for me? Where is it that I want to be? What do I see as the bigger picture? Don't get caught up in the future. It can be very easy to get caught up in the future, but looking at the present right here, right now, and say, okay, where do I need to be and what's important? There are 5 planets in mutable signs. We have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, and we have the moon, the sun, and Mars in Sagittarius. This means that we can adapt to change very easily. We can find that we can kind of go with the flow, but this also means that we feel very overwhelmed, or we can feel very overwhelmed with the way things are changing. And with the 8 of Wands, it's like, okay, listen, things come quickly. It starts moving, it starts going, it starts. And we can feel very overpowered by not only the speed of things, but the way we ourselves feel like, oh, this has to change. Like, this has to move forward. I have to change this right now. Are we going to give ourselves time and grace? No, we're not. We're going to say, it needs to be done now. It had to be done yesterday. And now I'm really going after it. I'm doing it. And, I'm not slowing down. This can become very overwhelming to us and make it so that we just stop. We just stop altogether. It's too quick. It's too much. Slow it down. Connect with you. Once you start to see what you want and really know what you want, Aries, then all of a sudden things start to move quickly. We start to see, oh, I can put this together. Oh, there's the clarity. Oh, there's the determination. Like, there's my voice. There's my power. Things start to move quickly, but we do not need to be, we can be caught up in the tornado. That's very much the energy here. It's like, it's going to change. It's going to move so quickly. So just be mindful about this. The new moon is squared Neptune. Now, this brings spirituality into our day-to-day life. The spiritual becomes like almost like the practical to us. It becomes very kind of commonplace. It becomes very powerful. Mystical energy is very strong around us. And it's interesting because we don't want to be a student during this time. We don't. We want to kind of already know, already have that plan, already be moving forward. We can also find it a bit difficult to connect with our inner child. So doing the exercise, and if you've been here, you know it, but if you're new, first of all, welcome to the family. And secondly, this exercise is very important. Just take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. And close your eyes and see yourself kneeling down, opening up your arms to the child that you once were. And let that child run into your arms and tell that child, I love you. I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. I will always listen to you. I will always see you. And telling your younger self that is liberating and it's beautiful. So embracing that energy is going to be so important here. It's going to be a game changer. And yet we're not going to want to. We're going to be like, hey, listen, I'm really busy and I got things to do. And that seems rather, kind of out there. What will it actually do for me? And we'll be surprised what it actually does for us. So being aware of that energy, being aware that we really want to have all the answers during this time. It's like, I already want to know. I want to know. I want to move forward. I want to push for this. But slowing it down and not being caught up in that whirlwind is going to be a very important thing. Now, and I do apologize because I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, so do bear with me. Saturn is conjunct the fixed star of Persia, and this is Fomalhaut, okay? And I know I'm totally ruining that. It's Fomalhaut. And a fixed star only moves a degree every 72 years. So it's a big thing. Fomalhaut is linked to the Archangel Gabriel, who is a spiritual teacher and who makes God's messages known to us here on Earth. It brings the messages forward. Now, this energy of Fomalhaut is also connected to the dragon and the serpent energy, which we see as, very rebirth, very powerful, but understanding that in Persian in text, this was evil, right? The demon, it was the evil that needed to be seen. So we're also going to be seeing, certain things that can come forward, and it's like, okay, well, I need to heal from this. I need this to move me forward. This is the energy that's coming to me, but it might be a little bit intense during this time. It's like, oh wow, I'm not sure I'm ready to heal that, or I'm not sure I'm ready to look at that, or I'm not sure I ever want to ever again. It's our heartbreak, it's our pain, it's our disappointment that comes forward to us. And then we start to see the pain that it has made, like how it lets the darkness in, how it lets the scars start to form and build over each other and build over each other. Now, Mercury is also conjunct the dwarf planet, again, butchering the name here, Quaoar, Quaoar. Now, this is a creation god. Okay, Quaoar is a creation god, and also brings order over chaos. So this is going to be a big deal. We're going to start to see the hurt and the pain and the disappointment. Like, we're starting to see the order come in. We're starting to see the healing come in. The healing is right here. We have to take it. And it's going to be a big deal for us to take that energy, to take that power and move it forward. And there's a sense here of, I can let the scars stay, and that's fine. That's a choice. Like, we can sit there and say, okay, this pain, I know it, I'm comfortable with it, I get it, I get why it's here, and right now I'm not ready to look at it, and that's fine. Like, as long as we name it during this time and we set our intention to move forward, not into the pain but out of the pain, that's going to be a huge thing for us, and it's going to be a very empowering thing. Now, the new moon and the sun are conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. And this energy, again, it's that fast moving energy that comes in. It's that whirlwind energy. We are also, we're also rather opinionated. We want things to move really quickly, but we can be rather opinionated and rather dogmatic. So nobody wants to move in their views. Everybody's really stubborn. We're not here with our listening ears on or with our connection to connecting. We're here with, I have a purpose, I have a goal, this is what I'm going after. Now, the new moon is also trine Aries and the North Node. Now, this is very much empowering the individual energy, and it moves us forward towards truth and towards fairness. So it counteracts that dogmatic energy that comes forward, like it can only be one way. This is the only truth. It is the truth. And we're not really here to see things in capital letters. When we look for the truth, we don't want to know just one way. We want, in true Sagittarius energy, to dive deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Now, the sun and the moon and the sun, right? The new moon and the sun are tightly conjunct Uranus, which brings this powerful awakening forward. It brings us into the sense of like, oh, this is where I need to be, or this is what I needed to see. And it really starts to open up our eyes. Now, let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have extremes reversed. We have faith, angels, and spirit guides. We have sovereignty reversed, which is interesting. We have attraction. We have self-love, both reversed, angels and spirit guides. We have the void, and we have here trust. And just go a bit deeper, because why the heck not? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Very strong new moon coming in. You have the new moon energy right here. angels, and spirit guides show me clearly. Okay. You have a bonus card. Oh, the new moon in Sagittarius, which is exactly where we are. It says here, luck is on your side. And that is going to be huge. We're really seeing luck is on our side. There's a sense of having a lucky star around us, right? And that can be Fomahal. Again, I know, I'm sorry. I apologize for butchering this. But there is just this sense of being blessed and moving forward. And it's going to carry with us. Our angels are with us. Our spirit guides are with us. The Archangel Gabriel is with us. And we're going to see ourselves. We're not moving towards the extremes. Though it can be easy during this time when we get overwhelmed and we forget that we're blessed. Aries, we forget to let our fire and our passion show. We can absolutely embrace the extremes and be overpowered by it. So understanding that it will only come out in the negative, or it will be a lot more prevalent in the negative, is going to be really important. Balance the spiritual and the practical. That's reverse. We don't want to. We're busy. We have places to go, people to see. So understanding here during this time to make time to balance the spiritual and the practical so that we can keep things calm, we can keep things centered, is going to be really important. But carving out that time is going to be something that we do challenge, that we find challenging. Faith, it says take time to breathe out. We have faith. We have faith as we're moving forward. But taking time to breathe out, taking time to say, okay, this needs to heal. This doesn't need to heal. I need to move forward like this. What do I want? What am I looking for? That's going to be really important because, again, we can get caught up in that race, that tornado, that intensity that wants us to just keep moving. Like, don't think about it. Don't take too long. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. And that can really drain us out. So embracing our faith, embracing what we have faith in, whether it's the people around us, whether it's the universe, whether it's a tree, and we can think, oh, that sounds silly to have faith in a tree, but having faith in nature is a beautiful thing. And so here it's embracing our hearts, it's opening up the doors, and it's moving us forward. And it's saying, take time to breathe out, take time to slow it down. Excuse me, Aries. But take time to slow it down because that's the last thing we want to do. And yet it's the one thing that Spirit has kept on repeating to us. Now, what do you need to release? The sovereignty comes in. That's the power of the moon as we embrace the magician. And here it's the queen of the moon. So we think of the moon as very as sacred feminine energy, right? We always see the moon represented as a woman. I've been very drawn to seeing the moon as an eye that closes in the new moon and opens in the full moon and then starts to close again. It's like, what will the spotlight be on? What will our eyes be open to? And it says, what do we need to release? What is keeping us from fully embracing and fully being empowered by our sacred feminine energy and opening up the door? Look at the big picture. That's reverse. Now this is Sagittarius. This is the full moon in Sagittarius. So in the Sagittarius energy, we can have a tendency to get very myopic because we have Sagittarius coming up twice now. So here, looking at the big picture can be very hard for us. Also understanding that our mind is attracting, what we need, what we want. Our mind is attracting to us what we want in our lives and what we don't want in our lives, depending on what we're thinking about. And so our mind is just so powerful that we don't even realize it. And that is what the page of Wands, that it's like your mind is so powerful, even though we don't want to be a student, even though we want to push forward on a lot of things, it's like you're going to need to take in this energy. You're going to need to see where you stand. Like, what do you want? What's important to you? That's going to be a big thing. A new start is coming, and that's seen here. We're in that 7 moon cycle, that 7 new moon cycle of really feeling like there's a new start, a new beginning, a new chapter coming our way, and we need to embrace self-love. And that's as we heal. But there's things that we are healing from that make it hard for us to fully see ourselves and fully love ourselves. So embracing the new start and saying, you know what, this is a new chapter, this is a new me, and absolutely embodying that and living it, even if you don't believe it's true, living it and being like, this is a new start. I'm empowered by this new energy leading me forward. That's going to be such an important thing. It's going to be so important. A win-win outcome is forecast. And it brings us here to embracing the void that the new moon brings, embracing the, kind of new ideas, new insight, the expanse of the nothingness, which can feel and has felt for me personally just very overwhelming. Not so much right now, but it has been like for the past couple of readings, when this void would come up, it's like it's that endless expanse. And for some reason, just absolute terror would wash over me. It's like that absolute expanse of nothingness was scary and overwhelming. But here, it's almost finding the void as comfort. It's saying, I'm an expanse. I'm stardust. And that stardust will always exist. And so that's powerful. Entering into a new romantic cycle doesn't mean we have to be falling in love with anybody but ourselves. And so we need to let that self-love, we need to let ourselves shine. And it brings us then to you are good enough. And that is a powerful thing. You are enough. Where you are right here, right now is enough. And trust. Trust that you have it. Trust that you're moving in the right direction. Trust that you're knowing what to release and what to retain. Here, trust. Trust that you are enough. And that is going to be a powerful, powerful key to kind of changing your whole world, changing your whole self. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is harmony reverse. We need to find that harmony within us, moving forward in our power, in what we want, but it's reverse. So listening to music that has a beautiful harmony to it is going to be very important. Doing things like singing or humming or, whatever it is, it needs to have a beautiful harmony to it. Being in spaces that have harmony to it, it will be so easy for us to break the discord of harmony and just fall into chaos. And Spirit's like, hey, listen, be mindful about this because you don't want to fall into that chaos. Our subconscious chakra energy is communication. This is the throat chakra, okay? So humming is very important for the throat chakra. Singing is important. Chanting is important. Communication with the throat chakra. There is a sense that you're communicating with your space before you even enter into it. So be mindful about that. You're taking in a lot of information and you can feel very overwhelmed, Aries. So just know that you need to hear it with your ears, not just with your body. And that's going to be a very important thing because there are going to be certain things where we're like, oh, well, this person wanted this or said that or did this, but it's not. It's the energy that we're reading from the room, from the space. And it's like, okay, I need to hear this. I need to hear the person saying this. The way I communicate, that voice to voice is going to be very important because we'll take in everything else and we'll kind of give them what they want, but not what they asked for. And it might not even be what they want to know they want. So just be aware of this. Okay. And yeah, and I know that this doesn't have to come into it, but also a guideline like this is like consent and everything like that. You can't just be like, oh, well, I know, but it needs to be said. So here, just be very mindful with this as well. Subconscious energy to be mindful of, the Two of Wands reversed. Be mindful, doors are closing. And we can think, oh my gosh, everything's over. Like this is terrible. And Spirit is saying to us, no, the doors close because new doors, new ways forward are opening to us. And that is going to be a very powerful thing. It's like Spirit is closing things that we thought, oh, but it needs to be just like this. And Spirit's like, no, trust me. And we can find it so hard to do that, but it's going to be so important. Our subconscious tarot message is the Queen of Cups reversed. So emotionally, we can kind of be a little bit all over the place, okay? Take time to listen to your heart and connect with your sacred feminine energy. It will be easier for you during this time to connect with and see sacred masculine energy because it's what we see in our world day to day. It's like, oh, this is what success is. But sacred feminine energy is calmer, it's gentler, it's quieter, and it can easily be overlooked. So embracing that energy in our hearts is going to be super important. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. All right. If we have water sign energy in our lives or in our chart, I know Cancer has come up very strongly and positively for us, but there can also be this flood of emotion that comes over us that it's like, oh my gosh, this is intense. And that can lead us to the place where we are challenged by the extremes of things. If we have water sign energies in our lives, they can be kind of testing us, really through love or through just like they're just aggravating. They can be testing us to listen to our hearts, to slow things down, and to be compassionately present because that's not going to be our first reaction. Our subconscious Luna message is bring love into the situation. That's reversed, and beauty is upright. So bringing love into the situation, we're like, do I have to? Like, that's the question here. It's like, do I have to let my heart move me forward? And the answer is yes. It's not the craze of emotion. It's saying, what do I love? What is beautiful to me? What is joyous to me? And that's where the beauty comes in. It will be very easy for us to be like, oh, this is a beautiful piece of artwork. This is not. Like, this is beautiful. This isn't. And so if we start to go off of that, like what we respond to that is beautiful, that's going to be a very important thing, because it can start to lead us to, okay, what do I love? Like, what do I want? Why am I responding this way to beauty, to seeing a sunset, to, seeing the snow on the ground or a flower blooming, depending on where we are in the world? Like, what am I responding to that's here right now in front of me that I'm seeing as beautiful? And why do I see it as beauty? And then it's bringing the love, the inspiration into the situation. It's like, okay, how do I bring love forward? And we can even just chant love, love, love and see what it brings up in us, see what it means to us. Okay. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this new moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Have a blessed moon and happy holidays. Bye.